Please, brothers, do not allow these women to guilt and shame you into not making decisions that are the best for you. My brothers is in trouble. My brothers is in trouble. And my heart go out to y'all. This is why I do what I do. This is why I wanted to do this show today.
A Tampa dad is still fighting for his daughter after an adoption agency took her away just 2 days after she was born without his knowledge or his consent.
I wanted to do this show today because I need my brothers to understand that you are in a heap of trouble. You're in trouble.
Ulysses Carwise prepared a room for his daughter, his little girl, who may never come home. The baby he loved from the day she was born.
I'm her father, her real father.
It is more trouble than you could ever imagine being in and around these hyenas.
In the hospital, the baby tested positive for her mother, Nikita Adkins, was using drugs, according to documents from the Florida Department of Children and Families.
Dealing with them, talking to them.
Carwise wanted the baby to come back home with him, but not Adkins.
Having sex with them.
So I went back to Nikki. I said, where the baby at? And she said, well, I'll put the baby up for adoption because I was angry at you, she said. And I said, you did what?
Getting into relationships of any sort with them.
A guy ignored me, so I deleted him now. So now he's texting me back, but I didn't respond. Good.
Ain't but a few lionesses. Ain't but a few of us. I recognize that. Because we don't put y'all in these situations.
Send him a PayPal link. That's what I do. Be like, you made me upset. You know, if you want me to talk to you, put some money.
We know that our men are in an impossible situation.
Imagine if they invented a man who was a good person.
So this is why I've never spoken against the concept of the passport bro.
Why are there so many pick-me's in the world?
Because they're just really desperate. There's a lot of desperate people. It's like, I'm just desperate to get a husband before 30. I'm desperate for this. Everyone's desperate. Once I was desperate for a toy, and I cleaned my whole room.
But just the overall concept of black men going elsewhere outside of a society that has geared itself.
Jacoby, you proceeded to tell me that basically you're a high value man and you are too good for a single mother.
And black women having made themselves.
However, you did also tell me that you were raised by a single mother, which is profound for me to think that a single mother's not good enough for you, but it's good enough for a woman to raise you. That's unfair.
Weapons against black men in this society.
I was upset and my adrenaline was running and I said something that I didn't mean. That's the bottom line of that. I didn't mean for my brothers to do any of that.
I understand the concept of going somewhere else outside of this society to find peace of mind. And to deal with a group of women in a culture and society that is not inherently built against everything that you have and everything that you are.
So you were raised by a single mother?
Yes. And
was your mother still alive?
I struggled. My mom's still alive.
Did she struggle or did you struggle?
And too long have they guilted black men into remaining in a situation that is ever more dangerous for him.
I'm a high value man. I've done things to step up my echelon and I'm not going to settle for a single mother.
It's not marriage that's bad. It's not relationships that doom men. It's not marriage that dooms you. It's not having children that dooms you. None of that stuff dooms you, because all of them things in its purest form is what the Most High have for you.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and to pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his. A child he doesn't even know.
But please understand the level of demonic energy that it takes.
During my divorce trial, and I realized that it was never love, it was just a transaction.
To take something like a marriage, a family building.
So we did a whole marriage and did the whole duration of a child and starting a family, just to find out that it was all about money, status, transaction.
Building for your future and having children.
Imagine me being the only actor in a relationship.
To take something like a marriage, a family building for your future and having children, to make that something demonic that you got to avoid now.
To then realize that I was in a relationship for 5 years with one of the best actors I've ever met in my life.
Please, brothers, do not allow these women to guilt and shame you into not making decisions that are the best for you. It is more trouble than you could ever imagine being in and around these hyenas, dealing with them, talking to them, having sex with them, getting into relationships of any sort with them. This is why I've never spoken against the concept of the passport bro. Just the overall concept of black men going elsewhere outside of a society that has geared itself and black women having made themselves weapons against black men in this society. I understand the concept of going somewhere else outside of this society to find peace of mind and to deal with a group of women in a culture and society that is not inherently built against everything that you have and everything that you are.